All right, let's dive right into this explainer. Today, we're exploring a pretty profound shift in how we measure the true value of our lives. We spend so much of our waking hours just striving, reaching, and constantly pushing for that next big milestone. But today, we're going to unpack a concept that totally challenges our modern definition of success and wealth. We are looking at the wealth of a grateful heart. I want you to genuinely ask yourself a question right now. Have you ever stopped for just 1 minute, paused all the crazy rushing around, and actually looked at your life with pure gratitude? Because let's be honest, every single day we spend so much time thinking about what we don't have or the things that feel just out of reach that we completely forget to appreciate what we already have right in front of us. Section 1. Focusing on what's missing. It's basically human nature's default setting to look at the empty spaces in our lives rather than the filled ones, right? We're literally wired to look for the next problem to solve or the next prize to win. We all have these totally normal dreams. You might wish for a bigger house, a much better car, or, of course, a larger bank balance. And hey, I want to be super clear here. Having those dreams is completely normal. There is absolutely nothing wrong with ambition. But the danger creeps in when we let those desires blind us. Before you focus entirely on what's missing, you've got to take a beat and look at what's already right there in your hands. Section 2. Counting your hidden blessings. Let's flip that perspective entirely and break this down to the absolute basics. If you have food on your table today, you are blessed. It sounds so simple, but how often do we sit down to a meal and actually recognize it as a blessing rather than just, an expectation? Building on that, if you have a roof over your head, you are blessed. Having a safe place to sleep, a place that actually protects you from the elements, that is an extraordinary foundation. It's the exact security that gives you the runway to go out and pursue those bigger dreams we just talked about. If you have clean water to drink, you are blessed. Just turning on a tap and having immediate access to something so fundamentally life-sustaining, that is a massive privilege, and it's incredibly easy to overlook in our fast-paced lives. And finally, if you have people who love and care about you, you are way richer than you realize. Relationships, community, people who genuinely want the best for you, that is a type of emotional wealth that no amount of money could ever buy. No way. Now, I want to slow down here for a second. Millions. The truly sobering truth is that millions of people around the world do not have these basic things. Right now, there are families who will go to bed hungry tonight. There are people sleeping on the streets with absolutely no shelter. There are individuals who struggle every single day just to survive. So practicing gratitude doesn't mean your life is perfect. Not at all. It just means you choose to appreciate these fundamental blessings, even while you keep working toward a better future. Section 3. The comparison trap. This is arguably the #1 thief of happiness in our modern society. We are constantly comparing ourselves to people who have more money, more success, or this seemingly picture-perfect lifestyle. But comparison literally steals our joy. We spend all this energy comparing up, staring at those who have more than us, which just breeds resentment and makes us feel totally inadequate. But if you want to find instant perspective, try comparing down. Instead of comparing yourself with those who have more, remember those who have far less. It instantly recalibrates your sense of what actually matters. This builds directly into some actionable steps for shifting your perspective. First, think about your health. So many people would give away absolutely everything they own just to feel healthy again. Second, think about your family. People would do practically anything for just one more day with the people they've lost. And third, think about your opportunities. Time never waits for anyone. Every single day, both the rich and the poor are given the exact same 24 hours. A wealthy person might spend the day enjoying luxury, while someone else might be struggling just to survive. But the day ends for both of them, right? The simple fact that you have another day means you have another chance to grow, to learn, and to succeed. Section 4. Redefining real wealth. We seriously need to flip the script on what it means to be rich. Look, money is important, of course it is, but it really isn't everything. If you only chase money without appreciating the life you're living, you will never, ever feel satisfied. Real wealth isn't just a number sitting in a bank account. Real wealth is peace of mind. Real wealth is good health. It's a loving family. And real wealth is waking up every single morning with a genuine sense of hope. Those are the true foundational pillars of a rich life. Check this out. There will always be someone who has more than you, but there will also always be someone who has much less than you. Your happiness simply cannot depend on where you fall on that spectrum, because that spectrum is infinite in both directions.
Don't let your happiness hinge on the things you don't have. Let it grow from the blessings you already do have.
Section 5. The daily gratitude habit.
Understanding all this conceptually is great, but how do we actually put it into practice? How do we build this into an actionable daily mindset shift? Well, it starts with asking yourself this single, incredibly simple question every morning before you even begin your day. What am I thankful for today? Maybe it's your family, maybe it's your health, maybe it's your job, or maybe it's simply just the chance to start again. Whatever it is, pinpoint it, anchor yourself to it.
When you make that question a daily habit, it's like a game changer. You start to see these incredible ripple effects. Your whole mindset begins to shift. You complain less, you smile more, you feel a lot more peaceful. And beautifully, you begin to actually enjoy life instead of constantly, exhaustingly chasing the next big thing. It just completely stops that cycle of endless striving right in its tracks. This is really the core thesis of everything we're exploring today. Happiness is not about having everything. It is about appreciating everything you already have. The absolute happiest people in the world, they aren't the richest people. They are simply the people who wake up every single day with grateful hearts. So here is your action plan for today. First, don't complain about what's missing, celebrate what is present. Second, take care of what you have and deeply love the people around you. Third, work hard for your dreams. Respect your time. The difference between success and failure is often just how we use our time. If a rich person becomes lazy, wastes money, and stops working, that wealth can disappear in a flash. But if a poor person stays patient, works really hard, and keeps learning, they can build an amazing, better future. Today's rich can become tomorrow's poor, and today's poor can become tomorrow's rich. Money changes hands, but time never changes. So don't be proud of your wealth or ashamed of your poverty. Stay humble, because your future is built by what you do today, not what you have today. And fourth, never forget to say thank you for the blessings already in your life. A grateful heart is truly one of the greatest treasures anyone can ever have. I'm going to leave you with this final, incredibly powerful thought. Just let this sink in. Be grateful for what you have today because someone, somewhere, is praying for the life you are already living. So when you wake up tomorrow and look in the mirror, what are you going to see? Are you going to see a life defined by what it lacks, or a life totally overflowing with the wealth of a grateful heart? The choice is entirely yours.